What up, what up, what up? Here we are with another podcast or YouTube video, and this one is about Donald Trump and his tariffs and a couple other stuff. So I just want to start by saying this is not a biased video here. I'm not for the Democrats or for the Republicans. In fact, before this election happened, I was hoping Donald Trump would win the election. And quickly after, I changed my mind because I am Canadian and I do not like these tariffs that he's imposing. And Canada-USA relationship, friendship is up in the air right now, and it might forever not be, patchable. We might not be able to patch this up ever again, and I hope we do. The sooner we patch it up, or the sooner we get rid of these tariffs, the easier it will be to patch it up, and let's hope for the best. Now, we all knew that the Trump presidency was going to be wild, and it looks like we already hit a bit of turbulence. And this video is going to show you why. This is your boy, Steve Stacks. And before we begin, please hit the like and subscribe button. Let's get on with the show. So it took our forefathers many years to build up this relationship between Canada and USA. And it's all going to be broken from one guy in 1 year. It doesn't make sense. I know a lot of Americans are upset, and I know almost every Canadian is upset right now. And hopefully the relationship is still repairable in the future. I know I want it to be repaired. I was planning a trip to New York. Now I don't know if I'm going to, take that trip. Let me get right into today's stories. Trump has pardoned a convicted felon who is currently serving 2 life sentences. The creator of the website Silk Road, which is a contraband website where you can buy guns and drugs illegally. The same guy who claims to care about people dying from fentanyl has pardoned the guy who created a dark web marketplace for illicit drugs and weapons. How contradictory is that? You tell me, okay? So now, just by saying that, his word is not gold.
Every person who buys illicit drugs here in America should know that they are risking their futures, their families, and even their lives. And every American should know that if they purchase illegal drugs, they are helping to finance some of the most violent, cruel, and ruthless organizations anywhere in the world. Illegal drug use is not a victimless crime. There is nothing admirable, positive, or socially desirable about it. There is nothing desirable about drugs. They're bad.
Everything out of this guy's mouth should be taken as a lie, unless he can prove it otherwise. So he's worried about how many deaths fentanyl has caused, from people bringing it in and across the borders. But how many deaths do you think that website, that marketplace, the Silk Road, caused? Now, Silk Road was in operation from 2011 to 2013 until the time of that person's arrest. So I think the Silk Road caused more deaths, and it was only a 2-year period or 3-year period. So I'm sure if he gave us the stats on that, we would know that there was 10,000 sales, and every single sale involved, a weapon, a gun, or involved a drug that could kill somebody. So I'm sure the death rate from that website is way higher than, your, 43 pounds of fentanyl over the last year.
I was telling you that the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 are now 50% above the. We've had some tremendous success already. If you look at what's happening with the stock market, and people are very thrilled at what we're doing.
Now, I'm no Dow Jones expert, but the Dow being down this much is not good. I predict today, Friday, will be the biggest indicator. I was watching it for, a week or two. But usually on Fridays or the end of the week, you'll see the Dow Jones or any stock usually crash down a bit. I don't know what the reason is for that, but I think midweek is when you would see the biggest bump or, rise. So as you can see on your screen, the Dow Jones is tanking again. It tanked yesterday, and it's tanking again as of 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday today. So Trump should easily be able to use the Dow Jones as an indicator on how bad the economy is doing. The Dow Jones is comprised of 30 of the biggest businesses in America. So if the Dow Jones is down, then that's a pretty good indicator on, your economy status right now. So even a guy who doesn't know anything about the Dow Jones, or if you don't know anything about the Dow Jones, that's like an easy blueprint for you to understand, the basics, where you don't have to do a lot of digging into research and stats. So I don't understand, why he can't easily see what type of damage he's doing, instantly already, right? So Trump made comments, something to the likes of, he's talking about Panama and claiming the canal. He said something like, steps have already been taken to initiate whatever he's trying to initiate, taking over the canal. Now, obviously, that's not military force yet. But what steps are they? So I believe the steps are Marco Rubio has made trips to Costa Rica, Panama, all down, the South America down there. So I believe that he is making trips to Costa Rica because, as you can see on the map there, it's right above Panama. And he might be on his way to Colombia and try and strengthen ties with Colombia, just in case anything breaks out in Panama militarily or, war fighting. And if that happens, then at least he's got the support of Costa Rica and Colombia, and Panama would not win that war at all, right? So that's what I believe he's talking about. He's already taken steps, which are probably these steps that you're just in talks with both of these countries. And the reason why I believe he made the trip to Panama is to pretty much act like a spy there and scope out things so that he can come back to Trump and relay them. And they have a better take or a better strategy to take over the Panama Canal. And as you can see, both the president has stated that the Panama Canal will always be Panamanian, or from a Panamanian canal. And a lot of their, ministers in Panama are also claiming that everything that Trump is saying is bogus, and they have not been in talks or anything.
Taking back things that have been taken from us many years ago. We've been treated very unfairly as a country. We protect everybody. We do everything for all these countries, and a lot of these.
We have never relied on you to protect us yet, because we have never had to defend ourselves from any invaders, right? So I don't get what he's trying to say there.
Globalist in nature, they have. If you're outside of the United States, it's going to be a little bit different. We just weren't treated right. We were ripped off as a...
Ripped off? How? Canada helps put money in your pocket. We do business with you. We take vacations there. We create businesses there. So I don't understand. There's so many other ways that there's money coming in from Canada because we do business together. If we were ripping you off, you would be getting $0 from us, right? All right, now on to some final points. I pulled up a video here from 9 years ago, which shows his character a little bit better than what we get to see now, his low-toned, slow-talking voice.
You're
United
real
States
tough,
by insulting
Jeff, yeah?
your way to
well,
the
let's see,
presidency.
I'm at 42 and you're at 3, so
Doesn't matter.
far I'm doing better.
Doesn't matter.
So far I'm doing better. You started off over here, Jeff. You're moving over further and further. Pretty soon you're going to be off the end.
Don't
This
lose your
doesn't do
temper
a thing to
Yeah,
solve
one at a
the
time.
problem.
One at a time.
Doesn't
Hugh,
do
it
a
sounds
thing to
more-
solve
Hugh,
the
go ahead.
problem.
Trump has pushed us early on. I think he will push us to boycott American movies and theaters too. We've already boycotted booze and orange juice. What's next? Just booze and juice alone are in the billions. I think they said per year your alcohol sales are around $4 billion. And if you ask me, I think orange juice sells more than booze. So we're talking probably 10 billion. What a thing to cripple your economy on there. Something else I noticed about Trump is his vocabulary. In his brain, it seems like he's still a child. He doesn't use big, sophisticated words, right? So some of the words that I'm talking about, or the one word that I'm talking about, is the word dead. This guy uses the word dead. They're all dead. They're dead. That's what he likes. That's the way he likes to use the word dead. If you want to sound more respectful and human and adult, you would use perish, deceased, right? And he knows these words, but chooses to use the word dead. Why? It's not more polite, I'll tell you that much. Take a look at what I'm talking about.
Last night, the United States brought the world's #1 terrorist leader to justice. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
Ukrainian soldiers dead, 800,000, maybe more Russian soldiers dead.
Already dead. A lot of people are dead right now.
Never happened.
Say that,
And
Mr.
all those
President.
dead people,
With 50 people dead from this, many people dead.
Dead. All of the people that were killed.